Hello all. I want to introduce you to my new project. It's for the first time I'm trying to make a tall, skinny journal. I've made several junk journals, which I haven't shown you yet, but I felt like doing one for now. But it's with a flap. I don't know yet how I will decorate this. I do have an idea with laces and stuff like that. But first of all, I want to show you what I did with the cover. I coffee dyed papers with cat hair. I coffee dyed papers with a lace vinyl doily. And I put that in the oven because we don't have a lot of good weather here in the Netherlands, so it's hard to put it outside in the sun. Today is a good day though, but I did this earlier when we were still waiting for spring. But I coffee dyed it and I folded it in half, and then I still have to get used to the tall, slim style. So I took a second paper and I covered them with baking paper, and that's why they make this nice sound. I don't know yet if I like this to stay there. I might cover it up, but like this it's fine with me, and I will have extra room from the closure to put my laces on the pages. And at the back, first I thought maybe I'm going to cover this up, but then again I really tried to match the prints on either side, so I might leave it like that. So as for the cover, I took some simple baking paper which you put in the oven, and I put that on the inside like this one. And in between, it's non-spoken, but I already stitched this while I was not alone. So you only hear the sewing machine going. And I used these clips to hold the two pieces of paper together. They're really nice. You can see that in the movie, which I will put right now, that this glides underneath the surface. This glides over the surface of the sewing machine, and they're easy to take off with one hand, and the sewing gets so much easier using these. I should have discovered them before, I think. So anyway, these are two of those put together, of which I took a small part off. And then now back to the interior. I collected some papers which I like. I wanted this to be originally, it will not be in the end I guess, a thin journal. So I took some tea stained and coffee stained papers, some small pieces of leftover baking paper. You can see the line here. I guess that's where they are torn in the fabric before they go onto the roll and in the, well, as being sold as baking paper. This is printed on very thin paper of 60 grams. And then a coffee dyed paper. This is tracing paper, which I printed with an old-fashioned vintage paper. It's taken from an old newspaper, I guess. Looks like it. Yeah, it definitely looks like it. And some pink papers, tea-dyed paper. This paper, I like this very much with a lady on it. It will be a ladylike journal, I guess. This is tracing paper which I sprayed with coffee and then let it dry. Again, a leftover from the baking paper. Two-sided print, coffee stained paper. Another picture of that newspaper printed on vellum. A leftover from another piece of paper. I always reuse my scraps. And then in the middle, I hope it will hold a doily. So these are my papers. They're not much. When I don't count the really small papers, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, small piece, 13 pieces of paper. So I will put them together and I want to sew them in using a 5-stitch pamphlet. So I'm really challenging myself here because I've done it once before. So I will line up the papers like I want to have them. This one is going on the lowest side. This one too. As well. I think they're quite okay. Really in the middle. I'll take my laundry pins. The small ones won't hold this. I really don't want to have any chance of everything letting go in the middle of binding it. This will be, yeah, we'll see. It's not regular up here. Actually, I don't care. As for the thread, normally I take 3 times the height of what I want to stitch. And this time I made it 4 because I want the threads to dangle below here and I can make beads on them. It's still a little bit pulling. Right. Okay. Going to make my holes in it and I'm going to pin it straight onto the cover as well. completely challenging myself here with the 5-hole pamphlet stitch, I'm afraid. We'll see what comes out of it. I'll take this out for a second. Because the cover is so thin, I'll just stitch it straight away through that in order not to lose any sight of how I want the 5 pamphlet stitch coming out. So, I'll take my needle. I don't measure, since it's absolutely close together. I think I'm going for it. We'll see. So this is number 1. This will be the top one. I used the mat for a long time, but when you keep it close like this, actually I don't miss the mat anymore. Okay, from there. Excuse me for that, those are the dogs. They think they have to guard me all the time. I've got 2 lovely golden retrievers, but they make so much noise sometimes. One is checking up on me at the moment. Hi. And now she's walking towards me with a fluff thing in her mouth, making it up again, as usual. Right. I like the wax thread. I don't have many threads yet to bind things together, but it holds things together so well. So I keep using this until it's finished. It's quite not finished yet for a long time. Okay, so this one can stay here. That is absolutely too long. I will leave it hanging there for a bit like this. Okay, now go to the bottom. As long as the doily is stuck with one thread, I'm okay, I guess. All right. Still dangly. Yep. Okay, it's always, well, always, this is really the second time I'm doing this. But it's always such an adventure not to go through your own thread, because then you can't pull anymore. I had that last time. I had to do it twice. Right. Okay. We've done the lower ones. Now we go up. Let me see. No. Okay. I'll just put the needle through there again. Okay, so there is a hole. There you go. Turn it around again. I think making journals and sewing them in is always a tricky thing. I don't know why this is coming in and I can't find my way, so I will use it as a guidance, I hope. Yeah. And then I'm pulling the whole lot. And that one. Yeah. Try not to get mixed up with this thread. No. All right, one more to go. That was easy. That was too easy, really. Okay. Let's have a look. I've done all the holes, inside and outside. I still have to pull a little. Yeah. And this one. All right, I checked a couple of times and now the thread is close to the spine. And here it's tight enough as well. I don't do it too tight. You might tear the pages and it's holding the things together. So that's what it's made for. Okay, so now I will look whether 5 times the length of the journal was enough. Plenty. Actually, too much. Take these off. That's quite enough. If I want to make little dingly-danglies down here, that will be possible. This is way too long, so I will cut it right there. Okay, well. Right. So now it's in here. And I can think about how I'm going to decorate the pages. I will start with lace. And then I don't like this. This is really not nice. So on the outside, maybe a trim of lace. I don't know yet. I will think about that. But in the inside, I really don't like this. So I put my snippets into 2 little bags, which I coffee dyed as well. And I think it will be something like this. And then I can put journaling cards in here. I think that's nice. So yeah, here's the start of my journal. And next time I will put on laces. I will go to my stash and go through it and figure out which laces I will want to start with. Right. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.